How can one bring the close, intimate life of the Russian shtetl to the vast, open wilderness of the prairie?
I shall go with you to the end of the world, I had vowed. But when we started up the river at noon on that bright May day, I did not think that the time to go to the end of the world had come so soon.
I remember rolling hills and valleys. The hills rolled on one after the other, all sizes, all shapes, all heights. We traveled all day. There were no houses or trees or rivers, only prairies and sky.
My father saw a promised land free from anti-Semitism and degradation. In the old country, he could not own even 1 acre because he was a Jew.
I had never ridden in a wagon. I climbed upon the seat, wrapped my baby in her shawl, and drove off into the unbroken prairies. The road was a rude wagon trail. Toward dark, our team lost the road and we drove into a buffalo hole and upset the wagon.
This life was a challenge. My mother was dismayed and horrified. She saw a sod house with a rough, splintered floor, a crude table, bed with sagging springs, the well in the valley.
We were too far from a kosher butcher shop, but we tried to keep as kosher as we could. Whenever a rabbi came through, they would have him slaughter chickens or a cow.
After country dances, we had breakfast with the cowboys. They were the cooks making pancakes with unwashed hands. They talked and spit as fast as they spun the guns, fast. And me, from the city, how I was upset.
My impression of Beach, North Dakota was far from favorable. I saw 9 grain elevators on one side of the street, a few old frame buildings, and the leading stores.
We were the only Jewish family in town. Most of the people in our town spoke with a German accent. There was one Dutch family, and all the rest were Roman Catholics.
I loved it. The unpaved street, the little homes in need of repair, the shops, the synagogues, and mostly the people. One scene that particularly made me feel good was to see the women sitting on boxes in front of the stores on State Street, eating sunflower seeds.
My grandmother used to cook for all these Jewish peddlers that would come to Fargo and stop there for meals. She got 3 son-in-laws that way.
Sixth and Lyndale was a place noisy with the voices of bustling housewives and crying children. There were the sounds of peddlers calling out their wares, wooing the women to come out and buy. Both sides of the streets were lined with little shops. This was a large Jewish community.